1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the voice check from the Kallang National Stadium in Singapore. We say good evening as we reach the business end of the Suzuki Cup 2014, the final group matches. And this sees Singapore face their arch rivals Malaysia. The lineup for Malaysia: Khairul Fahmi in goal. At the back four: Zubir Azmi, Muslim Ahmad, Gary Robat and Mahali Jasuli. In the middle, the quartet in midfield: Azmuddin Akil, Safiq Rahim, Shuko Adan and Amri Yaya. And up front, Nur Sharul Idlantalaha and Safi Saleh. For Singapore, they've got three changes to the squad. Safwan Barudin will partner Shakir Hamza tonight, who comes in for the suspended by Haki Kaizan. Shaiful Isa and Ismadi Mokhtar make up the back four. In midfield, Fazrul Nawaz gets his first start. Fariz Ramli, who scored 5 goals for the Lions, 12 this season. Patrolling the other flank, Haris Haron, who scored 2 the other night against Myanmar. A linchpin in midfield, and beside him tonight will most likely be Sharil Ishak, who'll take the place of Shadan, playing as deep as possible because Shafiq Ghani has been given his first start of the tournament up front alongside Khairul Amri. 2, 3, 4. That's the Singapore 11 with Hassan Sani in goal, of course. Khairul Fahmi is the goalkeeper with the best clean sheets record in the Suzuki Cup tournament. 5 clean sheets he's kept already in this tournament, including the one against Myanmar in the opening match. Hassan Sani is still looking for his first ever goalkeeper to win the Yes League Player of the Year. Had a stellar season with the Singapore Armed Forces Warriors FC this season, where he kept a total of 5 clean sheets, 8 clean sheets. Head-to-head records between these two teams favors Malaysia ever so slightly, but the draw is always the favourite result whenever Singapore meet Malaysia. This is their 61st meeting. The Malaysians have won the previous 19 of the previous 60, Singapore 17, and 24 of those matches have been draws, including 3 of them in Suzuki Cup competition history. All draws in the Suzuki Cup between Malaysia and Singapore have ended with a scoreline of 1-1, including their last meeting in Singapore in 2007, which was a second leg semi-final. It went into the penalty shootout where we had an unheralded goalkeeper called Lionel Lewis saving the country and providing them the right glove into the finals of that tournament. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The last time these two sides met was in Malaysia. Singapore winning that one by 3-0. The captain that day scored 2, and he's the captain tonight as well. Sharil Ishak, he ended the tournament with 4 goals, all scored in the group stages. This year, though, he hasn't scored one yet, and a goal is much needed from the talisman if they have any aspirations of progressing and defending their title. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's the black and yellow. The Malaysian fans. A little controversy surrounding the two states recently, of course, in the first match against Myanmar. A couple of the Malaysians were denied entry into Singapore via the Causeway channels. Yep. Better close in case I make too much noise for Glenn. whichever part of the world you're watching us from. Singapore says hello with the biggest crowd to watch the Singapore national football team since 2008, when 50,000 turned up at the old National Stadium to witness a second leg semi-final against Vietnam. Over 35,000 fans at the Kallang National Stadium, and for a country that's not always supportive of its sportsmen, this is a stellar turnout. Qualification for the semi-finals on the line, and there's the added spice of a confrontation with their arch rivals tonight, Malaysia. So here we go, the final group matches, the business end of the 2014 Suzuki Cup. And here at the National Stadium, it's the meeting between the last two Suzuki Cup champions, but only one will go through in 2014. The Malaysians know they need a win. 3 points and a favor from the Thais against Myanmar in a match that's kicking off simultaneously to qualify. Singapore can qualify with a draw as long as Myanmar doesn't score more than 4 against Thailand. They make 3 changes to the squad. Shakir Hamzak will come in for Baihaki Kaizan, who's suspended. Fazrul Nawaz gets his first start in the 2014 Suzuki Cup, replacing Sahil Sahaimi. And Shafiq Ghani is the surprise replacement for Shadan Sulaiman, who had that horrific injury in that match against Myanmar. That means that Sharil Ishak, the captain, most likely will sit deep, partnering Haris Haron, the spine of the midfield, with Shafiq Ghani, hoping to create the same way that Sharil usually does up front with Khairul Amri. Malaysia themselves make 3 changes to the squad that lost to Thailand by 3-2, as we have a look at the match officials. Alkaf Ahmed from Oman is the main man in the middle. Parakrama of Sri Lanka and Kim Yong-ha of Korea, his assistant referees down the sidelines. Well, indicative of the fact that Dola Saleh blamed his central defensive partnership for their downfall against Thailand is the fact that he makes two switches to that central defensive partnership. Fadli Shahs and Afif Amiruddin miss out on this match. Muslim Ahmad will replace his PDRM clubmate Afif in the heart of the defense, and Azamuddin will come in for Eskunalan. Gary Roberts serves his one-match suspension, and he returns most likely to partner Muslim Ahmad at the heart of the defense, giving them a lot more steel inside. On the substitutes bench, there is the sight of the number 13, Indra Putra, who scored 2 goals against Singapore on a famous night in 2002. And those two teams played against Singapore, and Malaysia won by 4 goals to 0. I'm sure he must be regaling with stories to the Malaysian side. They've got goals up front with Safi Saleh and Noor Sharul, who've combined for 10 Suzuki Cup goals, and they're playing against a very shaky Singapore defense. Bernd Stanger is the 6th German to coach a side in the Suzuki Cup and the first to coach a Singapore team. He knows that a point will be good enough, but I'm sure that he's going all out for a victory tonight. Let's see if his 11 charges that he's put on the pitch will respond. Dola Saleh has got a splendid record against Singapore as a player, and you'll hope that that will filter through and cascade down to his charges on the pitch tonight. The 51-year-old is the 7th Malaysian coach to oversee a Suzuki Cup squad and the 3rd ex-international to do so. He was part of the squad that played in 1996 when they faced Singapore in their opening match and drew by 1 goal apiece. Khairul Fahmi Chepmat has got the best record amongst the existing goalkeepers in the Suzuki Cup. He's kept 5 clean sheets in this tournament, including 1 against Myanmar in their opening match. Hassan Sani is still looking for his first. He is the current Singapore League Player of the Year, playing for the Singapore Armed Forces Warriors FC. Khairul Amri is the 3rd all-time top scorer in the Singapore Suzuki Cup, just behind Agu Kasmir and Noor Alam Shah. So this is it. It's time to turn guys into gladiators. And let's see who will show up. This is Malaysia's 50th Suzuki Cup match. And they face the same opponents they played their first against in the very same country. It was 1-1 that night in 1996 with Fandi Ahmad cancelling out a Kaysam Bagamaran strike for the Harimau Muda. Know that a similar scoreline will not be good enough tonight. Long surging pass and an early touch. Time from Shakir Hamza, and an early touch as well for his opposite centre-back Muslim Ahmad. Well, the 3rd round matches for Malaysia haven't been too good in the Suzuki Cup campaign. They've only won 33% of those matches into the 3rd round, but let's be said as well that in the last 2 editions of the Suzuki Cup, going into the final matches in the group stages, needing a victory, the Malaysians pulled off 2 wins in a row in 2010 and 2012. And the last time they started a Suzuki Cup campaign with just 1 point from 2 matches was in 2010. They won their 3rd match and went on to win that tournament. 7 of those players who played in that tournament are on the pitch tonight. 10 of them in the squad that's been taken along by Dola Saleh. Hassan Sani trying to play it long. It's a battle that might be won along the flanks. Mahali Jasuli, who's touched the ball more times than any other Malaysian player in the Suzuki Cup tournament, with 113 touches already, quickly passes it outside. And this is a very promising run by Amri Raya. Noor Sharul Idlan Talaha trying to nutmeg Haris Harun, his club teammate in the Malaysian Super League. Just a little stare to say, all right, I know you, I recognize you. Okay, handshakes, nothing more from that. Haris, of course, scored those 2 goals against Myanmar, scored 2 against Malaysia for 3rd in the SEA Games. Last time out, 2 in the space of a minute. Free kick for Singapore down the flanks. This will be taken by Shaiful Issa. All but one of the Singapore goals have involved Shaiful Issa's left foot, including one for Khairul Amri in the first match against Thailand. I'm sure he's going to pick Khairul up with this long searching ball. Instead it goes and finds Fazrul Nawas. Here's Fazrul. Khairul has made the run. It goes deep. Mahali Jasuli takes no chances whatsoever, puts it out for a corner, and this is where Singapore can take full advantage of it because of Saiful Issa's delivery from these dead ball situations. Another one of those players playing for Johor Darul Taksim. Got 7 of them on the pitch. Including Haris Harun, of course, in the Singapore side. You can maybe even count Sharul Ishak in the mix. He plays for Johor Darul Taksim's 2nd squad. Early chance here as Sharul Ishak it is who come up to take this corner, playing in a deeper role tonight. The Singapore captain who scored 2 goals the last time these two sides met in the Suzuki Cup in 2012. That was in Malaysia. And decides to go short. Is this going to work? Sharul's found some space inside the penalty box. His first touch was too heavy though, and Malaysia have an opportunity to break there. Very lightning quick down the flanks. That time though, Azharuddin Akil called up for free kick. Little shove on Faris Ramli. He's one of 5 players in the Singapore lineup tonight who plays for the Lions 12, a Singapore club side who play in the Malaysian Super League. He got 5 goals this season, breakout season for him, playing against Malaysian opponents. Roar goes up because they all know the quality of the delivery from Saiful Isa. Ball falls all the way to Fazrul Nawaz. Oh, it's all so close. Well, I think he intended it for a cross, but it was swerving all the time, and Khairul Fahmi Chekmat almost lost the flight of the ball and gave up on it. Well, he hoped and he prayed, and his prayers were answered because it just went sizzling wide. Closest we've come to a goal so far in this match. There we go. I think he meant it as a cross to the far post. That was inches away from the opening goal of the match. It's come in the opening 5 minutes. And it's Singapore who've made the brighter start between these two teams. Nothing to choose between these sides in their frosty rivalry, with the added impetus of a semi-final spot from this match. Haris's free kick is a delightful one. Faris Ramli. Khairul Amri getting involved, getting stuck in. Mahali Jasuli wins that battle. Ball's just swung right into Khairul Fahmi Chekmat. Easy for the Malaysian custodian. Plays for Kelantan. Still in Kelantan. Tries a long searching pass to one of his front men, either Nur Sharul or Safi Saleh. Ismadi Mokhtar. He's recovered in time from his little hamstring pull. And groin pull suffered in the match against Myanmar to take to the pitch tonight. Saiful. Early touch for Shafiq Ghani. His early touches, especially for the debutants, proved to be so important and vital. Shafiq Ghani. Haris knows most of the Malaysian squad tonight, playing side by side with them on the club side. He knows as well. He might be the one to pick out the brains of the Malaysian team, Safiq Rahim, this evening's display. But the further you push Haris forward to pick out the threat caused by Safiq Rahim, might just open up that gaping hole for the midfielders from Malaysia to exploit against the Singapore defence. The Singapore defence in this tournament has been leakier than a weak bladder. Nur Sharul, at one stage, perhaps the deadliest striker in Southeast Asia. It was in 2010 when he burst onto the scene, just burst past Indonesian players and opponents for fun in that tournament. Caught the eye. Of course, his strike partner tonight, Safi Saleh, got all the plaudits by finishing as the top scorer of that tournament with 5 goals. Here is Safiq Rahim, who's had a checkered career against Singapore. Haris. An expert turn. Almost an inch perfect pass for Khairul Amri, who appreciated that delivery. Robat. Gary Robat thought that he was going to be partnering Muslim Ahmad at the heart of the defense, but instead it looks like Syukur Adan who's gone right there. Amri Yahya, good turn from him. He's a player in form at the moment. Amri Yahya scored more international goals than any other Malaysians this year. Safiq, still Safiq. Amri, Safiq's making the run. Pass that was hit way too hard for him. Much better play from the Malaysians. And this man has the pass patu. He has that ability to unlock any defense, and this man's got to keep a very close watch on him tonight. And at the same time, the goal scoring burden as well falls on Haris Harun, so he's got dual responsibilities. So Hassan Sani takes the latest goal kick, approaching the 8-minute mark. Still Fazrul Nawaz's whizzing effort, the closest that we've come to a goal in this match. Robat. inviting Muslim Ahmad to come forward. Turn of pace from Zubair Amri. Robert. Best of touches, but he got lucky for Safik. Mahali Jasuli wants the ball, instead he just rolls it into the path of Robert. Back to Safik. Slowly taking control of midfield now, the Malaysians. Sharul's touch took it away from him, but then did enough just to tow it right back. Cross delivered off a Singaporean foot for a corner to Malaysia. Mahali Jasuli once again involved, as he has been throughout this tournament. Hasn't been too great with his passing accuracy, but they've looked to him to build as much as possible with his dynamic runs, foraging down that right-hand side. He'll take this corner. Well, it's gone through a sea of defenders. There's a chance for the volley to be taken by Amri Yahya. Great contact on the sweet spot of the ball. But it was always so hard with the ball behind you to see it dip at the last minute to beat the goalkeeper. Still, it was a chance. It was half a chance, and Singapore come right up with a response. Only to see Fazrul Nawaz's effort go wayward. So end-to-end stuff for the very first time in this match. Slowly, those nervous muscles and energy just come shaking off. It's an opportunity actually to hit Faris Ramli. That was what he was looking for, but the pass was very poor from Fazrul Nawaz. There we go, not a million miles away from Amri Yahya. Already a goal in this tournament. In fact, every time Malaysia have scored this year in 2014, all but one matches have featured a goal from Amri Yahya. Azimuddin playing with two inverted wingers. Azimuddin usually loves patrolling down the left-hand side, but he's given the task down the right today. No Sharul. Azimuddin, Mahali. No Sharul wants the ball as always, trying to get himself as active as possible. Here's No Sharul. Oh, lovely turn by No Sharul. That's a No Sharul that we know of all. He's in an offside position. That's the reason why the ball wasn't returned. Good win by Faris Ramli. Couldn't get away from Robat with a robust tackle. Cross inside, easily dealt with. Not the best of clearances though. Singapore right back in danger under the cosh right now. Mahali Jasuli's latest cross headed away yet again. Robat's effort, well, a cannon of his own player. And Haris Harun, yet again, the composure of a world-class midfielder, taking that away, releasing Khairul Amri, who tried to keep it in play only to give possession right back to Malaysia. Good win against Haris, was nipping at the heels. And another tackle once again by Haris Harun. This time a loose one. Amri Yahya, No Sharul, handball. Singapore win a reprieve thanks to Al-Kaf's whistle. He started this match very brightly, No Sharul. That run was reminiscent of the runs he made in 2010. He was just leading every defender on a dance. He would choreograph every move, and everyone would just fall for his choreography. Mistake by Faris Ramli. I think he's got to shake that off as quickly as possible. Apologizes immediately to his captain, Sharul Ishak. Pinged a splendid ball actually. Expecting the bounce of the pitch then to fall neatly into his path. Didn't work out that way. Sharul once again, deep lying roll, which we haven't seen of him since 2007. Saiful Issa trying to hit it behind the Malaysian defense for Khairul Amri to chase. Idea was right, so just the execution of it didn't have enough spin for it to take that cut-up pitch on the bounce. Ball is not dead, says the referee. There's being a real fuss budget with that. Muslim Ahmad in his first start of this tournament. Dola Saleh, what a record he's had against Singapore as a player. He's never lost to Singapore as a player in a competitive match. A draw in 1985, draw in 1987, and then in 1989, in the space of 3 matches, he scored 3 goals against them. There's no handball. This Amriyaya tries to sprint clear, and he's hauled. Saying Dola Saleh scored 3 goals against Singapore in 1989. 2 of them were wins, one of them finals of the SEA Games when he scored the 3rd goal in a 3-1 victory. He scored in the World Cup qualifying, the only goal in a 1-0 win, and then scored in a 2-2 draw also in a qualifier. And of course in 1996, the first meeting between these two sides of the Suzuki Cup, that 1-1 draw that night. Now 49 matches later for his Malaysian side, a win imperative for any hopes of qualification. Early free kick, it might be far out, but Saiful Isa has shown already in this tournament not too much of a distance is too far from him. The respect shown by Khairul Fahmi to put up a wall for this. They all abandoned the ball and left it to Saiful. Dead on favourite to take this. Already 1 goal in this tournament for Saiful Isa. This time though, it's a clipped cross. Maybe should have done much better going for goal. Trying to play in Safwan Barudin. All the headlines in Singapore, in case you're watching this from around Southeast Asia, have been on Saiful Isa and that left foot of his. The delirium he causes in the opponent's half or whenever he takes one of those delicious free kicks. Safi Saleh has been in the news for all the wrong reasons. A picture of him smoking, making the rounds on social media. That the only thing that is smoking at the end of this match will be him smoking hot, scoring a couple of goals to defeat Singapore. Fazrul. Shafiq Ghani waited too long for the ball to fall neatly into his path. Shafiq Rahim. Just dropped neatly into space. Hassan Sani, guardian angel of that penalty box, comes right out, storming to collect the ball. After a bright opening between these two teams, it's just filtered down slowly now, just 2 shots at goal. It's not surprising. These two sides had the least amount of shots in this tournament. Leading up to this match, Malaysians with 20 shots, Singapore with a total of just 19. Two lower sides in terms of shot counts. Safwan, confident header. Haris was told there was no one beside him, tries to volley it forward into the path of Khairul Amri. That volley was a more perfect one by Sharul Ishak, and it finds Faris Ramli, this time much better control from the flying winger. Flying Faris, Khairul. It's good build up here by Singapore until that brilliant tackle by Safiq Rahim, showing that he's not just an orchestrator, he can be a destroyer too. Gary Roberts runs into trouble, runs into a lack of space, and here comes Sharul Ishak yet again. Well weighted, no one inside the penalty box though. It's Faris having to do everything by himself. It does break kindly to Fazrul Nawas. His shot was a little too weak and it's easily taken away by Zubair. Malaysian survived that. Preferred that on his right foot, Fazrul. So it was a snapshot and just half a chance. Sharul yet again peeling off down the flanks, wanting the ball played to his path. Safiq having to go back to Shukor Adan, playing his 4th Suzuki Cup. He's never been on the losing side against Singapore. Muslim Ahmad. It's a peach of a pass, wasn't it? Superb ball to Azimuddin. Into space, that's a dangerous pass for Safi Saleh. Was it no Sharul inside the penalty box? Where Safi Saleh usually feasts on those opportunities, trying to add to the 8 goals that he's already scored in his Suzuki Cup career. It was all born out of that pass. It was just speared accurately over the head of Saiful Isa. Corner to Malaysia. Their 2nd of the match. It's all come on this side, taken by Mahali. He's got a 2nd chance now to knock this into the danger spot. Both times he failed, but Singapore don't deal with it. No offside call, was there? Hassan Sani tries to get the attack going straight away with another accurate goal kick. Found Khairul Amri superbly. And he too does likewise to Faris Ramli, but yet again no one inside the penalty box, so it's going to be a solo rampage and a journey right now for Faris Ramli. Wants the free kick, referee says no. Sharul, nicknamed Matyo. Another superb, dazzling run from him. This time, Sharul Ishak just catching him very late and clipping his wings. No yellow card. Just a couple of Singaporeans, Faris Harun and Safwan Baroudin, in danger of missing the semi-finals if they get there. 3 Malaysians in danger of missing the semi-finals if they get there. Sharul isn't one of those. Abdullah Saleh has openly said that they'll win this match. Here's Sharul. He's looked as lively as we've seen him over the last couple of years in the opening 20 minutes. Gets the ball once again from his club teammate Mahali Jasuli. Once again, everything going down this right-hand side for Malaysia. Sharul losing out in the air. Safi, clever header. Shakir Hamza taking the place of Haki Kaizan. He had a 15-minute cameo in that opening match against Thailand, making sure that he just marshalled that ball out. Safi Ibrahim breathing down his neck. All that early pressure slowly petering down now. The Lions go hunting for the opening goal. The outstanding record they have of scoring the opening goal of the match. It's exactly what they want. Azimuddin. Once again, the runner off the ball is Sharul. Sharul beats Shakir. We've already conceded 2 penalties in this tournament. Shakir Hamza looked up at the referee immediately. The Malaysians wanted a penalty. The referee was the first to just lift his hands out wide to say play on. Khairul Sharil. Saiful Isa. Faris Ramli. 50-50 ball, that's very tentative from the youngster. Got away with murder. Having to go all the way back to Shakir, who is usually his replacement in that left back role, Shakir Hamza. Turn was eye-catching from Sharul, and turn around just to see danger again in front of his eyes. He's just bemoaning the lack of movement from the Singapore team at the moment. It's just as if everyone's just frozen in time. Khairul's early touch off to Shafiq Ghani, who was happy to go all the way back to Safwan. Haris bundled off the ball unfairly. It's a harsh decision from the referee, who was about 10 meters away from that incident. Sharul, rather unfortunate. It's like it was two coming together, shoulder charge. Ismaili Mokhtar back to Safwan, who's touched the ball more times than any other Singaporean in this tournament so far. Safwan Baroudin, the centre back. Sharil wanting the ball, played long, and that's exactly what Shakir does. Easy for Muslim Ahmad though. Azimuddin, that's all he could do. That little pana or nutmeg would have occurred, he would have broken clear. The next best thing was just to win a throw. There's an injury right here to Shukul Adan. It's not very good news for the Malaysians this earlier. Captain and stalwart in the heart of the defence. Jasuli, his 2 international goals have come in the Suzuki Cup, one in 2010 and the other in the last edition in 2012. They're not a side who usually start matches on fire, the Malaysians. But in the second half, they usually come out on a real swing of a song. Here they are, happy to just dictate play for the time being as we reach the halfway mark, just past the halfway mark. The first 45 minutes, tentative between these two sides. So far, the hype has been bigger than the game itself. Is that a point strain by Saiful because this is not very good news. There we go, it just pulled up right there. Came off second best, gave away the free kick and pulled up very sharply from then on. For a man who is involved in all but one of Singapore goals in this tournament so far, it's the last thing that the Singapore coach needs is to lose his left full back. Scored the one goal against Myanmar in the opening goal of that match. Jasuli has been tasked of keeping him quiet tonight. So far he's done just that. The man who plays for Johor Darul Tassim scored 2 goals this season for his club side. Not good move for Bernstanger. He's the 5th Singaporean coach to oversee a team in the Suzuki Cup. The 4th foreigner. He of course the 7th Malaysian coach, the 4th Malaysian to take charge of his squad. The reins middle of the year. Ball won by Shafiq Ghani. Ball floated in. Hassan Sani came right on and called immediately. He's a real character, Hassan Sani. No one works harder in Singapore football than Hassan Sani. He's had horrendous injury issues through the years. In fact, it's the last tournament because of one. Every time he's come back stronger than ever. He's usually better with his legs, and that pass has shown. Sharil trying to squeeze his way around 2 markers. Sharil. Shafiq Ghani, poor ball from him, easily picked up by Amriyaya. Free kick Malaysia. Sharil claims he did not touch Amri. Just coming together. The referee saw otherwise. Malaysians with the opportunity now to put this right into the heart of the Singapore defence yet again. Yeah, that's a free kick. Shoving him off the ball unfairly. Swung in, that's good delivery. Haris Harun was alert to the situation. Saiful Isa's back on the pitch again. He completes the clearance. Malaysia keep ball. Robert Mahali. He's dipping it into space. This will be easy for Hassan Sani. Haris finally with some room to operate in midfield. Trying to lead this latest Singapore charge forward. He finds Fazrul Nawaz, who has been disappointing with his delivery so far. No free kick yet again. The assistant referee didn't call for it. Haris read that one superbly well, anticipated that pass and that move. Shadul Ishak trying to drop it into space for Shafiq Ghani, failed to do so. Haris once again picks up the second ball. Here's Fazrul Nawaz, another disappointing delivery from him. 2 in a row now. He's trying to knock the ball inside. One of them almost turned into goal. Just needs to arc this one so much better. Either take it first time, just wrap your legs around it, Thailand, I can tell you, are 1-0 up against Myanmar, so it's not going the way of the Myanmaris, who need to win that match. Win that match big time too. Shafiq Ghani loses possession of the ball. Good work by Safiq, almost giving it away. Ghani just really helping Gary Robards out in midfield then. Look at him bombing forward with the right full back. Ball was played behind him, didn't appreciate that. Shakir Hamza steps in just at the opportune time. Lovely flick on by Khairul Amri. Chance now for Faris Ramli to run in his opponent. The referee hasn't been too kind with Singapore in terms of those 50-50 decisions. Most of his decisions have been the correct ones so far. You have to admit, there he is, the man, heat of the fire. Big roar, 40,000 referees in the crowd, but only one of them being paid, and he says no foul. This time there is a foul, and it's a nasty challenge on Haris Harun. Another one of Singapore's main men goes stomping down onto the ground. That one was high from Gary Robards. He's already got 2 in that first match against Myanmar, having to serve that suspension. The first of which was a foul, almost similar to the one he's just thrown on Haris. At that time, the Singapore players wanted to play on because they had possession of the ball. Gary Robards had committed himself already. Oh, there we go. It was late. In some cases, you might have even seen red. Safety first from Mahali. It's preventing the ball from getting to Faris. So we know that's given away way too easily. Can't give away possession from the throw-in. Robards this time is at the receiving end of a nasty challenge. Just a nip on him from Saiful Nisa as we cross the half-hour mark, with the score still at 0-0. Both goalkeepers not troubled in this match so far. As I said earlier on, the hype has been much bigger than what has transpired between these two arch rivals. 61st meeting between Singapore and Malaysia. The previous 16, nothing to choose from between these two teams. 24 of them have been draws. Every draw in the Suzuki Cup has ended with a 1-all scoreline, of which there have been 3 of them. Where Malaysia love playing their Suzuki Cup football. They've only lost twice in Suzuki Cup matches in Singapore, both against Thailand. One in 1996 in the grand final, one the other night 3 days ago. They lost by 3-2. They took the lead twice in that game. As it would in, past that one was, Safi was waiting for the ball to travel to his legs, didn't have the velocity to do that. Shakir Hamza trying to find Khairul Amri. The best of headers though. Fazrul Nawaz not the best of passes himself. Khairul Amri had to bundle his opponent away. Immediately he looks at Fazrul accusingly and says, "You should have played him instead of me. I was trying to take that defender away. Don't play me in. Play Shafiq in, because he was the one with no one around him." Too physical on Muslim Ahmad. There we go. It's a tentative pass from Fazrul Nawaz. A rare start for him. Singapore side, Fazrul usually used as an impact sub. He came on against Myanmar in the last match. The last tournament, he came on in the 3rd match of the tournament to devastating effect, scoring a goal and helping Singapore claw back 2-0 deficit to win 4-3 against Laos. Here they have to prevent themselves from going 1 goal down now. And Safiq Rahim has got his eyes on the latest Malaysian set piece. Amri Yahya is there too. He's dealt with it comfortably so far, Hassan Sani. Safiq Rahim scored a delightful free kick in Singapore in 2012 at the Causeway Challenge. Decides to leave this one and vacate it for Amri Yahya, the player in form this year. Real renaissance in the 33-year-old's career in 2014. He thumbs that one way over the bar. 8 goals he scored for Malaysia, 5 of them have come in 2014, including the opening goal 3 nights ago against Thailand. I should say, controlled that one superbly. Nothing penetrative yet from the Singapore side. A lot of balls played behind the Malaysian defence. They haven't been able to get any sort of fluency or rhythm going in their passing game. Shakir took the chance, he's lifted the ball above for Safwan Barudin. He's given the space now as Amri Yahya decides not to chase after that ball. Haris Harun, Sharil, Fazrul. Screened that ball pretty well. Another 50-50 pass from him. It's going to be a free kick. That's all courage from Haris Harun. That's the heart of a lion. 50-50 ball. A lot of people would have shirked. He knew that all he had to do was to poke it away. And even if he didn't keep possession after this, a free kick would have been won. Clever work from the number 14. Saiful Issa, not this far out, but a couple of goals were scored against Myanmar. Almost similar situations, this time easily dealt with by the Malaysians. It went right at the heart of that defence. No Sharul. Amri Yahya took that one down magnetically. A chance for the break. Oh, I tell you what, the flag didn't go up. It would have been onside, but Shakir Hamza, thankfully, just stayed at the right spot at the right time. No Sharul. Mahali, brilliant tackle from Shakir. Sharil, Shafiq back to Sharil. This is good work between the two. So that had been a free kick. The referee is side by side for the situation. He felt as if Sharil was losing control of his body, and that's the reason why he decided not to call. Faris Ramli has switched flanks momentarily. He's won that ball. Khairul Amri's decided to peel himself wide. Sharil Ishak's inside the penalty box trying to offer some help. Khairul Amri wanted to step over and something spectacular didn't come off for him. Saiful. Ismaili Mokhtar. As far up as we've seen him in this match. Another poor delivery. Not the best of clearances. Was that a free kick? No again, says the referee. Incurring the wrath of the partisan crowd. Safi Saleh with an opportunity to break now. Still Safi, this time he gives the free kick. And it'll be a yellow card. I believe it's Ismaili Mokhtar who's picked that one up. Or was it Fazrul Nawas? Came storming back just to help out his defence. Yep, Fazrul Nawas. And that was a free kick. Clear as day. Malaysia have been told not to give away free kicks just outside the box. They've done the needful. Singapore have been giving away a couple already, but they haven't been punished so far. Another very good delivery, well defended yet again, this time by Sharil Ishak. No Sharil, yet again peeling away from his markers. Shafiq, clever ball to Noor Sharol, trying to weave his way around and find space for a shot at goal. Solid defending by Safwan Baroudin. He's given away 2 penalties already in this tournament. A lot of times players with lesser hearts would have just shirked in that challenge, but he decided to just go and head on, stood his ground against Noor Sharol. The Johor Darul Ta'zim's forwards' trickery did not distract Safwan. Haris. Great work by Haris Haron. Shows that he's got a little bit of guile to go along with his power displays. Poor pass yet again by Fazrul Nawas. Haris Haron rescues the situation. Saiful Issa back to Shakir Hamza. Starting a Suzuki Cup game for the first time. He looks very assured and composed so far. Ismadi Mokhtar, Khairul Amri, Sharil, poor ball from Sharil, easily picked out by Mahali. Azmuddin, back to Robat, Safiq Rahim. Sharil wants the free kick. Referee, who's been very stingy in giving these decisions to the attackers, once again says no. Khairul. Fazrul Nawas. Safer ball this time from him. He finds a teammate. Ismadi Mokhtar all the way back. Once again, move forward. They're forced to go back, play the safer ball. Nothing incisive at the moment. Just leaves Haris Haron to try to drive this team forward. With a free kick cleverly. A silly challenge thrown on him by Safiq Rahim. This is a situation where they've lorded over their opponents through the years, Singapore, with their height advantage and their accurate deliveries from the likes of Sharil Ishak and Saiful Issa, of course, will be the latter behind this. Haris, who pounds 2 goals from outside the box, making deep runs inside. It's outside the box yet again. Safwan Baroudin, Shakir Hamza in the penalty box. Saiful Issa's delivery, and it's a very good one. Well watched by Khairul Fahmi. Wins the referee's decision. Yet again, delivery from that left foot of Saiful Issa is so deadly. It's poison in every ball that he pings into the penalty box. Nothing much yet from Safi Saleh, trying to become the first Malaysian to score in 4 editions of the Suzuki Cup. He'll do so with a goal in this tournament. 30-year-old has been snuffed out so far. Safiq Rahim. Saiful Issa. He's got to watch with this challenge. Azimudin's escaped. Ball inside, poorly cleared. Oh, it's come off the crossbar. That should have been goal number 1 for Malaysia. Ismadi Mokhtar gifting his opponent an opportunity right in front of goal, not taken advantage of. Azimudin's cross, though, this time is a disappointing when it goes out. In Singapore, heave a huge sigh of relief. Hassan Sani, his goal almost penetrated yet again. No danger until that opportunity gifted by Ismadi Mokhtar, and of all people, Safi Saleh, the fox in the box, the goal poacher supreme in Southeast Asia. He's missing the opportunity by spanking it right at the upright. Robat breaking away from his defensive chains. Azimuddin, most of the danger has come from his side. Just as you say that, delivers a poor cross and gives Faris Ramli the chance now to run at his opponent. Oh, it's a good ball. Slid into space for Khairul Amri. Nice little nutmeg by Amri. Still Khairul Amri. Just couldn't keep it in play. Too good to be true. It's a thankless task at lone striker's role. And this moment he had wanted to just spread the ball right into the penalty box, but no one was side by side keeping support with him, and he had to attack the byline. Shuko Adan was beaten for pace and guile. He's thanking the lucky heavens. That was all there was to it, because he had support. Minute to go to half time. A match filled with circumspect. Opening goal was needed, and it almost came via the boots of Safi Saleh. Muslim Ahmad relaying that pass from Shuko to Safi. Captain gets the ball yet again to Amri Yaya. A lot of the involvement of the Malaysians had been down the right-hand side, so he decides to cut inside to just try to get himself a little bit more alive in this match. Zubair, pass just behind Safwan, was taking no advantage, no chances at all. Just slide that pass out when there was no danger behind him. Ismail Mokhtar. Haris has been Singapore's best player in this first half. Fazrul. Once again, wants a free kick. It's not forthcoming. Safwan, easy for Mahali Jasuli. Decided against clearing it for the Robots because Ishak tried to read that pass. Minute of added time by the Omani referee. Hasn't been best friends with the Singapore crowd tonight with some of his decisions. Step in and good win at time from Saiful Isa as he gets ball rolling yet again. Khairul Amri getting no exchange at the moment, and tries to go and fight for that loose pass to Khairul Fahmi. No Sharul. Amri back to No Sharul. Amri Yaya, well watched. Ismail Mokhtar. Belated free kick given by Al-Haz. Well, his mistake almost led to the opening goal of the match, and he must be thanking his lucky stars that Safi Saleh didn't show the same sort of finishing ability he showed throughout his career. Haris Harun, is that going to be a yellow card for Haris? And the answer is no, because if there was, he would be missing the next match. That will be the last piece of action. What has been a very tight, tentative game so far between Singapore and Malaysia. It always is when these two arch rivals meet, especially with qualification on the line. Khairul Amri hasn't really had the rub of the green. Singapore have had a shot come cross by Fazrul Nawas that just escaped the Malaysian goal at the opening minute of the match, and then Malaysia's Safi Saleh really should have given them the lead with 3 minutes remaining. He spanked his shot in front of the goalpost onto the upright, and it remains 0-0 at the break. Welcome back to the National Stadium here in Singapore. The final round of group matches for the 10th edition of the Suzuki Cup in 2014. Remember, Vietnam and Philippines already through to the semi-finals as group winners and runners-up respectively. And Thailand already qualified from Group B. They're winning 1-0 against Myanmar at the moment. Al-Kaf Ahmad, the referee from Oman, very much in the talking points of the first half, in which Sharil Ishak has had absolutely nothing. But a lot of it's because he's playing in that quarterback role. Noor Sharul has showed some of his buttery skills with his ability to slither away from his opponent. Nothing penetrated, but they'll be kicking themselves for not going into the break 1-0 up, because Safi Saleh, the number 10, had the goal at his mercy right in front of him. He smashed one right on the upright. So Singapore very lucky to escape that. Need a little bit more rhythm and tempo into their game, which was sorely missing in the first half. Moving forward, just didn't create anything. Dola Saleh knows that 0-0 will not be good enough, so he'll be telling his charges to go for it in the second half. And Malaysia are a very good team in the second half. 66% of their total goals scored in the Suzuki Cup have come in the second half. Bernsteiner knows all about it, and he'll hope that his charges do not put on an opening 15 minutes like they did against Myanmar, where they ceded possession way too easily and looked very nervous despite taking a 3-goal lead into the break. So 45 minutes to go, and we're no closer to finding out who will join Thailand in the semi-finals of the Suzuki Cup. Singapore 0, Malaysia 0. All the way back to Muslim Ahmad. His first start in the 2014 edition of the Suzuki Cup has been a very quiet affair so far, which is exactly the way he would have loved it. Sharil Ishak getting an early touch of the ball. Haris Haron, it's a poor ball from him. Taken out by Mahali Jasuli. Fazrul Nawaz changing flanks with Sharil Ishak for the second half. Ball's broken clear though, and here's the opportunity for Malaysia to each the space up now. Azimuddin cut off by Shakir. Still Azimuddin. He's broken away from a defender. Azimuddin. Shakir Hamza there yet again. Magnificent debut for Shakir Hamza in the Suzuki Cup. So far, he's done everything right. One block, and as Azimuddin, fleet foot turning away from Saiful Isa, Shakir comes out with a second, applauded by Safwan Bahuruddin just behind him. Hassan Sani's claimed those crosses pretty well tonight so far. He's got another one to deal with, another disappointing delivery from Mahali Jasuli. All his crosses have so far failed to elude the near post man. Robot slammed away gleefully. Khairul Amri trying to battle for it. Wins possession unfairly, says the referee. Khairul can't believe it as the Malaysians break yet again. Amriyaya trying to skip around. Ismaili Mokhtar failed to do so. Haris Haron tripped up. He's really amped up for this game, Haris. Amriyaya hasn't found any joy at all down that left-hand side. Malaysians have stuck to the wingers down the right and left. Haven't switched them the same way that Singapore have done. Third tournament in a row where Malaysia come into their final group match needing a victory. They managed to pull it off against Laos in 2010 and Indonesia in 2012. And they do so against Singapore. It's broken clear. Khairul Fahmi took a long time to come out of his goal line. Once he got the phone call and the invitation, just went storming out to grasp the ball away from Khairul Amri. Shuko that one right through, failed to do so. Fazrul Nawaz, work from him. Haris, Sharil, away from Sharil Ishak. Oh, dangerous from Saiful Isa. Shakir, no chance to go short. Ball's broken kindly to Sharil. Faris just in front of him, so too Shafiq Ghani, both wanting the ball. Faris gets it, Khairul Amri wide, Shafiq Ghani inside the penalty box, waiting for a cross to the notch and reach him. Failed to get to the ball, taken away rather easily by Safiq Rahim. Yet again the combative, tenacious Haris Harun wins it right back. Faris Ramli, still Faris Ramli. Faris Ramli! Just wide. Mazy run from Faris Ramli. Squirming his way around, using players as decoys. The finish though couldn't match the build-up, which was breathtaking. Khairul Fahmi had come right out to the edge of his 6-yard box to cover that. A more composed player might have just tried to dink the goalkeeper. Faris went for placement. Didn't get it. Hammered into space. No Sharul wins the battle physically, but not the throw-in. Of this second half gone by. Saiful Isa managing to get semblance of contact on the ball. Safiq Rahim not closed down. Still Safiq. Malaysia have got players up here if they find the right pass. If couldn't, Safwan Baroudin takes no chances with the clearance, especially with Amri Raya hungry just behind him, trying to feast on a mistake between the centre-back and the goalkeeper, Mahali Jasuli. Not a bad cross by Mahali. Amri Yaya took that one down brilliantly, tried to hoist it right back into the danger zone and into the mix. Mahali couldn't get away from the sandwich. Stubborn at the moment, the Singapore defence. Malaysians though, slowly on the ascendancy. Gaining yards with a throw. Here's Mahali. Haris, right place, right time yet again. Storming away from a couple of challenges and playing a very smart ball to Faris Ramli. Muslim Ahmad says that there was no foul. It was a correct decision as well. It wasn't a free kick for Singapore. Faris gave up on the chase for the ball. Yet again, taking no chances, especially with the mischievous bounce of the pitch. Shakir Hamza is playing it out. Safi Salih. Riyaya wanted a free kick. That was a dive, says the referee. Here comes Shafiq Ghani. Bouncing away from one. Still Shafiq Ghani. And he too wants a free kick. And this time the referee gives it. A yellow card as well for Amri Yaya. One of those in danger of missing the semi-finals, so he's okay. It all started with him losing possession of the ball, wanting a free kick, being overzealous in his chase back against Shafiq. Showed all the confidence in the world to take the ball up all by himself. Played in the Asian Games, scored a couple of delightful free kicks in that tournament. I fancy this one now. Goes away the situation. I think it's going to be Saiful Isa who takes this yet again. Goes short. Belter does come. Spanked way over the crossbar from Shafiq Ghani, the man who won the free kick. Variation. Singapore narrow set piece. Everybody thought that was going to be Shaiful once again, same way that he did against Myanmar. Hoisting one right into the danger zone. You can see the disappointment in Sharil Ishak's face right there. He wanted the ball flung right in. Singapore captain chases after this. Zubir's clearance will be picked up by Sharil. Contact on the ball. Sharil Ishak magnetic with his touch. Still Sharil. He's got support in Fazrul Nawas. Now there are players making their way inside the penalty box, including Khairul Amri. Jasuli measured the flight of the ball perfectly. Azamudin couldn't break away. Last of Shafiq Ghani, I believe, for Faris Ramli for a throw to Malaysia. Robert Safi, no Sharul. It's a high line that Singapore are playing at the moment, and they have to watch. Safwan was vigil. Zubir, storming run from Zubir. Yet again onto the free kick. Referee says no. Oh, the clatter would have been a free kick. He decides to play it right on. Mistake of the clearance. Don't suffer anything though. Safwan Baroudin's already vacated a centre-back slot to join in the attacking force, so he's got to make his way back. As Mani Mokhtar wins a challenge. This is Safwan. Will take the challenge and win the free kick from Gary Robert. Already on a yellow card, Gary Robert, so he can't be too robust with his challenges. He's done that so very often, Safwan Baroudin, so clever with those. Another free kick going to waste for Singapore. Safiq Rahim. It's broken clear and it's onside. Hassan Sani's lost control of the ball and Singapore survive. Well, it's a combustible defense that almost went up in smoke. Safiq Rahim releasing No Sharul, who beat the goalkeeper and tried to find the finish, only to be denied by Safwan Baroudin. Up comes Singapore, who win a free kick on the edge of the penalty box. We've had 12 minutes in the second half, and already it's a more feverish start than it was in the first. Oh, that was claim that there was nothing malicious in that high boot. Mahali Jasuli he's had a proclivity to lose his temper through the years, Mahali. The referee allowed him to get away with that. Singapore though win a free kick. Can Malaysia get away with this? This time it favours the right foot, probably of Sharil Ishak. Khairul Amri is there. He scored a delightful free kick in the last tournament against Laos. Not like that. Eight goals in his Suzuki Cup career. Should have put that one on target. Did the difficult part of dipping it over the wall and down. Couldn't work the goalkeeper, Khairul Fahmi. Second, the stats list in terms of number of saves that he's had to make. Hasn't really made a save tonight. Broken clear once again of the Singapore back line. Poor touch just outside the penalty box though. Shakir Hamza profits. Khairul Amri's touch wasn't a very good one. Sharil Ishak makes the most of the first challenge, not the second. Khairul comes storming back and gives away the free kick. Change for the Malaysians. Gary Robert danger of being sent off yet again. Will be replaced by Hafiz Kamal. Another Pahang player, fresh from winning the Malaysian Cup, scored the winning penalty in the Malaysia Cup final. Now goes right into the heart of the midfield. Azimuddin. Haven't seen much of him as an offensive force in the second half, the same way we did in the first. Ahali. Isa. It's pretty silly from him, and he gives away an unnecessary free kick. Just a clearance, a slam off a defender, perhaps for a throw would do then. So he decided to be a little cheeky, trying to scoop the ball up against Safi. Now Malaysia have an opportunity with their fans expecting something. Remember, they need a victory to progress. With Myanmar losing to Thailand, it'll suit them just fine. Kicks taken, Hassan Sani, defends his near post, gets it away. The first save he's had to make, and he was so alert to the situation going into the hour mark. This is Singapore's zone, I tell you. The Lions have been most potent in the Suzuki Cup in this quadrant. 25% of Singapore goals have been scored between the 60 to 76 minute mark. Khairul Amri tries to get another one. Two number 19s clash with the Malaysian winning. Good ball by Safi Saleh. Amri Yaya. Clever. Safi Saleh. Safi! He smoked that one in. The first Malaysian to score in 4 editions of the Suzuki Cup. And despite all the criticisms he's taken, despite that miss in the first half, there's no denying the gifted qualities of the fox in the box. It all came loose. Saiful Issa switched off momentarily, and that was all that's needed against Safi Saleh for him to pounce. Smoking hot. And Dola Saleh, a reputed striker himself, would have appreciated that strike. He scored 3 goals in 2 World Cup qualifiers against Singapore in 2011. 2 in a 5-3 defeat in Singapore and 1 in a 1-1 draw in Malaysia. And he's done it again, and he's got possession of the ball. Saiful Issa's pulled up and wants to be replaced. He signaled to the bench. The Malaysians, though, are going to play on. Azimuddin. No way around Shakir Hamza. Well, he sniped the crowd here, who have gone very quiet. And it's the Malaysian fans making all the noise now, as Gabriel Kwak will be introduced for Singapore, taking the place of Fazrul Nawaz. Had a 5-minute cameo appearance against Thailand in the opening match, Gabriel. He's part of that SEA Games squad and played in the match against Malaysia. They beat them for bronze. That was last year. anywhere inside the box. It was looking for Mahali Jasuli, and then it broke clear for Safi Saleh. No one closed him down. And the two of them have combined for yet another goal. 9 now in his Suzuki Cup career. The all-time top-scoring Malaysian in the Suzuki Cup strikes again. Hafiz Abu Sujat, second substitution for Singapore. I think this will mean Sharil Ishak playing a more offensive role now. Well, not really, because it's a like-for-like substitution. He takes the place of Saiful Issa. So no more deliveries from that left foot. Gabriel Koch skips away from an opponent in his first involvement. Safwan Barudin keeps it alive with a header back to Faris Ramle. On target, straight at the goalkeeper. And with that goal as well from Safi Saleh, he joined Sarayut Chaikamdi and Terasin Dangda on 9 goals in the Suzuki Cup. Tied 9th, the all-time scorers list. Amriyaya probably credited with the assist for that goal. There's the difference. Another second half goal for Malaysia. This will be good enough to see them to the qualifying stages. They've never lost to Singapore in the Suzuki Cup in Singapore. Faris Safi Saleh coming all the way back to protect the lone goal of the match that he's given. Faris. Hafiz. Turned right back into danger. Safwan. Shafiq. Safwan Barudin. Gabriel Kwak. Trying to get it moving to Ismadi Mokhtar. Failed to do so. Hafiz Kamal, that is. Bundled away from the ball by Sharil. No free kick, says the referee. Hafiz chasing down Haris Harun, defeating a couple of challenges. Goes right down. The assistant referee, it was who flagged for that. And Haris wants the crowd involved now. He doesn't want them quiet for these stages. They don't have Saiful Issa's delivery from this free kick. See what they're going to do with this. Still with the energy to drive the team forward from this deficit. It will be Shafiq Ghani who will take this free kick. He's got very good deliveries, not like that though. Faris, poor ball from him. And Malaysia have the opportunity to break right now. Amriyaya. Safi. Offside, no Sharil. He thought that the pass was going to be released much sooner. That's the reason why he made a dash for it. No fault of his. Sharil Ishak has to settle for the throw. Shafiq Ghani, Ismadi Mokhtar, Gabriel Kwak. Tight, very tight down that flank. Gabriel Kwak wanted it on his left foot before delivering the cross and gave enough time for Zubair Azmi to close him down. Trincano, left full-back, playing in his second Suzuki Cup. Shakir Hamza drops behind the defence. Faris Ramli tried to chase that one down. He was always favouring the goalkeeper. Haris Harun. Hafiz Abu Sujad. Oh, poor challenge by Mahali. Surely now he is going to get booked. Is he? He's already on a yellow card, remember. And I think the referee has spared him then. He hadn't been booked before. That might have been yellow for Mahali. Sharil. Ismadi. Spin turned by Shafiq Ghani. Easily watched by Muslim Ahmad. Couldn't keep the ball in play. Just found it so hard to carve open this Malaysian defence at the moment in Singapore. Ball inside, easy. Faris Ramli tries to keep it alive, failed to do so. 20 minutes remaining. Malaysia in the driver's seat. And they see this through to the finish line. Wins one in the air, so too does Muslim Ahmad. Loose ball will be picked up by Hafiz of Malaysia. Azimuddin, that's a poor pass from him. I think it was Azimuddin, I think it was Hafiz Kamal. Hafiz Abu Sujad of Singapore with the throw. Ismadi Mokhtar. Gabriel Kwak to Sharil Ishak. Haris. The best of passes from him. Mahali. Azimuddin. Free kick Malaysia. Hafiz Abu Sujad sold into that tackle. There's such a quiet atmosphere here. An expectant crowd that turned up, knowing that a draw would be good enough for Singapore to go through. Safi Salih had other ideas. It's a yellow card for him, and that'll mean that he missed these semi-finals. Taking too much time. No shuttle. Faris Ramli. Shuttle guilty of charging into him. Free kick to Singapore. Wins a header, but he's supposed to be the furthest forward. Shafiq Ghani spins away from one. Loose ball picked up by Sharil Ishak. Still Sharil. Khairul in the penalty box. It's a little too high for him. Faris keeps this alive, but a poor touch from him. Mahali goes away with the ball. Just bereft of ideas at the moment, the Singapore Lions. It's a superb pass from Mahali. Had to be cleared in the end by Ismadi. Was keeping track with Amriaya. Corner to Malaysia, who'll take their time with this. Fizzed in, easily headed away. Picked up though by a Malaysian, Amriaya. It's a clever ball by Safiq Rahim. Knew that the space opened up down the flanks. Used it. Hafiz. Offside. Was it handball? It's called by the referee. Shuko Adan, it was a guilty party. Gone up to join his defensive forces inside the Singapore penalty box. Yep, correct decision. Well, they clear their lines. But at the moment, it's an impotent attacking force on the Singapore side. And they're begging for an inspiration. The soccer sorcerer, Shadil Ishak, usually steps up during this time. Is he going to show up again? Harris's shot charged down. Corner to Singapore. Sharil it is who'll take this. They haven't done anything with their set pieces and their dead balls so far in this match. Safwan Baroudin is up there. Too close to the goalkeeper. Well punched away by Khairul. Shafiq Ghani. Sharil is offside. He's lost himself in a time zone for a couple of seconds, and that was enough time. It's a youngster that Bernd Stanger decides to put on as his trump card now. Shafiq Ghani comes off. And it's Amirul Azmin who takes his place. So that's the cue for Shadil Ishak to go right up there and join Khairul Amri these final 15 minutes. Hafiz Abu Sujad won that one. Neat and fair. Safwan Baroudin's pass is a very good one. Gabriel Kwak. A little too predictable. Easily defended. No free kicks, says the referee. Haris. Oh, Faris Ramli almost stole in. Throw in Malaysia. Khairul Fahmi did not touch Khairul Amri. Yep, correct decision as well. Harris claims the ball was won. Well, that decision to bring on Amirul Azmin. It's a switch from Bernd Stanger to bring Safwan Baroudin up front. Put in a physical force up there. Join Khairul Amri just to win those high balls. So Amirul goes right into the heart of the defense. Safwan's got to watch. He's on a yellow card in this tournament. Here's Safwan, dragged away from the ball. Free kick to Singapore. Don't want to lose their tempers now in these final stages. They go chasing this all-important goal. Once again, it's launched towards Safwan. Wins the first header. Couldn't prod it through to Gabriel though. Well watched by Zubair. Here's Gabriel. Lacking in elevation with the delivery. Challenge was a good one. The youngster Amirul. Baptism of fire for him. Coming into the match, the team trailing by a goal to nil. Tasked not conceding anymore. Wanted to give them a fighting chance. Score, vital equalizer. Safiq Rahim. Hafiz. That's Hafiz Kamal from Malaysia. Azimuddin leaving it for Mahali. Azimuddin faced by Hafiz Abu Sujad. Good work by the Singapore left full back. There's a lot of space opening up now for Shadal Ishak, who finds Gabriel Kwak. Gabriel launching one right in, looking for Safwan. Loses out in the air though to Mahali. Poor ball by Faris Ramli. 10 minutes remaining. Shakir Hamza anywhere would do as long as it's inside the Malaysian zone. Malaysians will be happy with this, picking up throw-ins, frustrating the Singaporeans as they try to camp themselves in the attacking third. Gabriel, clever ball, Sharil, back to Gabriel. Still Gabriel Kwak, couldn't get past the final one. Oh, great strike that one was by Khairul Amri. Straight though to Khairul Fahmi, whose positioning was A1. He gambled, he expected the ball to come across him, and look at that, he took a step to his left and he made sure that he didn't go down to ground. He gathered that one. Hassan Sani once again taking a long time to come off his goal line, giving the defense and also the home crowd some fits. The final push now for Team Singapore against Harimau Malaya. Safwan Barudin takes the challenge, silly free kick to give away by Muslim Ahmad. All the left-footed exponents, Saiful Isa and Shafiq Ghani, already out. Khairul's already blasted a free kick, disappointingly wide. Is this going to be the turn of Safwan Barudin now? Safwan Barudin on target, saved by the goalkeeper, tucked in, onside, Khairul Amri. The poacher has done it, and Bernd Stanger's title defending aspirations are exhumed. Safwan Barudin, who gave away 2 penalties in the first 2 matches, now makes up for lost time with a free kick on target. Goalkeeper could only parry it out, and Khairul Amri is there, tucking in the rebound. Goalkeeper at fault. Should have clutched it, if not parry it outside, but not in front of you. Khairul Amri profits. Second goal of the tournament. And just like Safi Saleh, he's also on to 9 goals now in the Suzuki Cup. And his 9th couldn't be more important. He scored some important goals in this tournament, I tell you. A winning goal in the 04 final, the equalizer against Thailand. And this is right up there, the equalizer against Malaysia, which at the moment is good enough if Singapore see off the final 7 minutes plus added time to go into the semi-finals. Safiq Rahim is not too happy because he thought that Faris Ramli dived, but there was contact. They've already made their 3 substitutions. They want Faris to get up on his feet now and carry on with this. Clip on his trailing foot. Dola Saleh just can't believe it. Perfect start given to him by the man on your screen now, the number 10, Safi Saleh. Just with the headlines we're about to read, Safi Saleh sinks Singapore. Back came another S, Safwan Barudin with a free kick. Parried by the goalkeeper. Khairul helping out Khairul, and it's Amri of Singapore with that equalizer. Another free kick on target, and that's a save that he should have been making earlier on. A parry to the side, not in front of him. This time Sharil Ishak got it on target with a nasty bounce in front of the goalkeeper, and he watched that one brilliantly well. And that's what he should have done with the earlier free kick. Thailand are 2-0 up against Myanmar. Myanmar's hopes are gone as Gabriel Kwok takes the latest corner. Delivery was good, headed away. Free kick unnecessarily given away yet again. It was very clever from Faris Ramli, taking a leaf out of his captain Sharil Ishak's books. Sharil famous for doing that, putting his body between defender and ball, and then waiting for contact. Hafiz Kamal, a little too eager to win the ball back. Singapore have another free kick from an almost similar position to the one that Sharil struck the last time. Khairul Fahmi watching. Safwan again, straight at the goalkeeper. Stuck to his guns and his positioning. Amirul, combative. That's the smart thing. Finger pointing. He tries to rat on his opponent then. Tempers are flaring up. It's the last thing that Dola Saleh needs in his squad now. Jasuli with a throw for Malaysia. Indra Putra, that's the man who scored 2 goals on that delicious night for Malaysia against Singapore in 2002 when they won by 4 goals to 0. It's a kick out by Noor Sharul. The referee saw it. And good on Haris Haro, that sportsmanship, just going right up to Noor Sharul and calming his Johor Darul Tasim teammate down. But there was a sure kick out here from Noor Sharul. There we go. Aimed, contact wasn't made. Well, this was the free kick that led to the goal. There we go. You have to parry it. If you had no confidence to catch it, parry it away from goal, not in front. And Khairul Amri, give credit to him as well, because he did not give up the chase. That just in case form of a striker, saying just in case that happened, I'm going to be the first on the rebound. He don't win the lottery unless you buy the ticket. That time, Khairul Amri bought the most expensive ticket in Singapore in a long, long time. Singapore players being asked to come back. Last thing they need is to chase this now and leave gaps at the back. Almost full time, on to the time added on by the referee now. Final substitution for Malaysia, and Nur Sharul has been taken out with Manaf Mamat of Terengganu. Scored 4 goals this season for his club side. On the field of play, trying to make a difference. Safwan wins it, begging for the clearance from Ismadi. It does come. Good touch from Gabriel. Manager wouldn't mind that at all. What he wanted to do was just blast it all the way deep into the Malaysian half. Safiq Rahim trying to drop it on the dime. They're throwing darts into the Singapore penalty box right now. 4 minutes of added time. 4 minutes for Malaysia to clinch a late dramatic winner. It's crossed dangerously into the box and it's eluded every player. Is it a penalty that's been given? I think it is it? Yes, I think the referee's given a penalty. Well, we can't see here from our commentary booth. We don't know anything, but I think the referee's given a late penalty against the Malaysians. Oh, that's innocuous. They both went up for the ball. Eyes on this. It wasn't a penalty. Coming together. Amri wouldn't have gotten to the ball at all. Hafiz Abu Sujat, adjudged to have fouled him. Yellow card for him. Haris Harun can't believe it, and for the 3rd game in a row, Singapore have conceded a penalty against Malaysia. The referees incurred the wrath of the crowd throughout the night from Oman, Al-Kaf Ahmed. And he won't be forgiven if this turns out to be the winning goal that dumps Singapore out of this competition. It's gone all quiet here as the hopes of Singapore now go into the gloves of Hassan Sani. Safiq Rahim. The main man trying to notch his 2nd goal of the competition against a man who's already conceded 2 from the penalty spot in this competition. Malaysia are almost there. Safiq Rahim has scored. Singapore concede a penalty for the 3rd game in a row. And just like Thailand, the penalty has come very late on. And this has dire consequences. It's an inexplicable decision by the referee, but Safiq Rahim doesn't care. As Malaysia march into the semi-finals. jubilation amongst the fans and the staff on the bench. Do Singapore still have another gear left? That was scored in the 93rd minute. There were only 4 minutes added on, remember. Free kick for Singapore. Safik, the scorer of the penalty, has given this away. From a cagey affair, it's turned into a dramatic one. Khairul Amri seeing his hopes now slowly dashed just when he thought that he got them right back on trail and on track again with that equalizer. Hassan Sani's decided to join them inside the penalty box. They've thrown everyone inside this now. Surely this will be the last chance of the game. Bernstanger's hopes living on a free kick taken by Sharil Ishak. Great save by Khairul Fahmi. Malaysia have an almost open goal to aim at. Indra Putra to seal this, and he does. The man who scored 2 against Singapore in 2002 has scored the 3rd that has sent Malaysia into the semi-finals for sure now. Khairul Fahmi Chepmat, the goalkeeper who made the error for Singapore's equalizer, produced a stunning save from a Sharil Ishak free kick which was deliciously delivered. And Hassan Sani, who had vacated his spot to go up there to join the attacking force, left an empty goal for Indra Putra to aim at. That's the save from the goalkeeper, and Hassan Sani was so close to making contact with that. Ismadi Mokhtar lost that header, and from there on there was only going to be one result. 3-1 Malaysia. Safwan wins a header, but it goes gratefully into the arms of Khairul Fahmi Chepmat. Surely that'll be the last kick of the game. It is. Drama all around, and that man was at the heart of it, the referee Al-Kaf Ahmed Abu Bakr Said of Oman. Amri Yaya, I think he can't believe it himself, but it was Safi Saleh who gave Malaysia the lead, and then with 7 minutes remaining, Singapore equalised after a fumble by Khairul Fahmi Chepmat set up an equaliser for Khairul Amri. Then in the dying moments, 1 minute of added time, little scramble inside the penalty box. Hafiz Abu Sujad adjudged to have fouled Amri Yaya, as soft a penalty as you'd get. And you can't keep conceding penalties in the tournament and go on to win it. Malaysia punished Singapore. Safiq Rahim dispatched it. And just to put little icing and the gloss on it all, Hassan Sani went up for a free kick, almost got a glancing header to it to snatch an equaliser, and Indra Putra broke away to seal a semi-final place for Malaysia. The referee at the heart of it all. Controversy all around. And Singapore go down by 3-1. The defending champions of the Suzuki Cup are knocked out as Malaysia progress into the semi-finals to meet Vietnam, and Thailand will face the Philippines.